Hello and welcome back to Pendor, and we're fighting against Mr. Baron Charles. Yes, indeed. Thankfully, it's not Charles Xavier, otherwise we'd probably have some issues. Let's just say we're all in metal armor, right? We're all in metal armor, so Magneto could also come along and have a grand old time, but yeah, never mind. Completely off topic. Anyway, yeah, so this guy has 346. And we should have a pretty easy time of defeating him because we have him pretty much outnumbered. We've got about 560 ourselves, and that should be fine. Hopefully we can eliminate that guy. Oh, well, I actually wanted to eliminate his horse at least, but apparently not. We weren't able to get either one of them, but that's absolutely fine because these fellows... Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Salian halberdiers. Okay, let's tell my cavalry to come over here, tell my infantry to stand a little bit more in the middle. And then we should probably be fine. I mean, it very much just depends on how my archers react. Can we actually get my cavalry to go a little bit further away? I don't really want them to stand in front of the archers, thank you very much. That's probably not going to be too conducive to getting some kills, but there you go. Anyway, yes, as you can see, massive amounts of Salian halberdiers. These guys are going to be super easy for us to deal with, or at least I hope so. And obviously, I will be able to get some pretty nice kills too. This is actually quite funny, because this is exactly the reason why I am probably going to go for the Sapphire Sword, because funnily enough, I usually think in Pendor, for example, that piercing damage is the king. You know, I usually think to myself, yeah, piercing damage is definitely what you want to get to deal with these high value targets. I'm talking about things like, you know, Anaconda Knights and random other stuff like that, because obviously if you think about how powerful their armor is, I mean, don't even get me started on how powerful their armor is, it's just absolutely crazy. They take very little damage. But then if you look at how much I'm actually capable of dealing right now just against random archers, so basically on the whole it's probably going to be a much better idea to just get the Sapphire Sword and just do a little bit less well, it is quite a lot less, I think, or I would think at least, that you're going to be doing against high armor targets with, you know, a slashing or cutting weapon, because that's exactly what they denote it to be in Warband. And yeah, that's the point. Cutting damage is usually relatively good all around. However, against high protective targets or something that has a lot of armor, you're probably going to have some issues actually doing damage with it. However, if you have a decent enough speed bonus, or if you hit a particular area of that unit, you're going to be fine. You know, it's going to do enough damage to eliminate them, and that's all you want. I mean, who cares about overkilling someone by 200 HP? No one cares about that. It's not really going to give you anything to overkill, right? So doing 200 damage or doing 500 damage makes no difference, as long as you kill the enemy. That's all that matters. Killing the enemy is literally the only goal that you want. So that's why the Sapphire Greatsword, in my opinion, or whatever other rune weapon we can get our hands on, because let's face it, we may in fact take something different. Because as I say, I do have that sub-mod installed, and I would love to be able to check out the choices. But of course, at the moment, that is going to be a little bit more difficult than maybe we think, because obviously I don't have enough money to even, well, do anything at the moment. I mean, I do. I can still run my army relatively well, but it's going to take a little bit of time for us to maybe get, you know, the large pouch of diamonds, because I was actually hoping that what I'd be able to do, considering, I don't know whether you saw that, but at Laria, we actually have around 13 relation now, which is actually fantastic. I mean, I'm really surprised that we actually have that amount of relation now, but we did actually complete one of the tasks, or we completed something or other. I actually can't remember what gave us that big boost in relation, but basically all I'd have to do to get 15, which is what we need to be able to purchase a large bag of diamonds from the guild master, because you know obviously you need to have them trust you and so on for that to actually be an option. But once that happens, yeah, we're going to be able to purchase that. But yeah, that was my original plan, you see. That was my original plan, because I was thinking to myself, yeah, we should have enough money at that time. I wasn't actually planning on becoming, you know, my own kingdom that soon. I was thinking, oh yes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to very, very subtly build up my forces. But obviously I didn't realize that I had so much right to rule that I wasn't able to become a vassal. No, I wasn't able to become one. So that really put a big a big spanner in the works, and that was really bad, actually. If I had actually known that, because I didn't actually know that that small subtlety surrounding right to rule, I actually thought that you could become a vassal at any time as long as you met the criteria of renown and so on. And that's it. I didn't think that you actually, you know, were excluded from something like that, which is actually quite amazing. Considering I've been playing it for such a long period of time, you would think that I would know absolutely every single thing about the game. It just goes to show that there are still some subtleties that I just don't. So it's actually quite amazing. I love that. Anyway, ooh, we got some biscuit sergeants. Give me more of those. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I need a lot more of those. Thank you. Yes, please give me more. Alright, so yes, otherwise, apart from that, we can actually just continue to take some of these guys. Noble Riders are always very good. Let's take some of these as well. I'm not sure why they have Dashar. Why does this guy have Dashar? Are they at war against the Dashar? I can only assume that to be the case. Possibly. Let's take these guys, and I actually would love to be able to... Yeah, this is the point. We're going to go back to Laria in just a second. I did see a bunch of vassals pass me by just now, and I would love to be able to see what they're doing. They're not besieging Valashield Castle just yet. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, so there's King Ulrich. He's going to be a huge thorn in our side, because he's got a bunch of Knights of the Lion. They're obviously going to be quite difficult for us to deal with, possibly. And he also has one of his strongest vassals by his side. So this is obviously going to, well, this is going to be a big deal. So I'm not sure how that's really going to go, but hopefully we're going to have a decent shot at it, let's just say. All right, so let me just move down there. There we go. And I actually leveled up, so let's actually have a look. What are we going to go for? Well, I'm thinking I'm probably going to go for intelligence yet again, just purely for the fact that I can boost 2 skills instead of 1. And I think that makes all the sense in the world. So, for example, I'd be able to get another point in Iron Flesh or another point in Power Strike. I could go for... what else could I go for, to be honest? I don't know, not much. Horse Archery, I'm not going to be putting any more points in that. I could go for another point in Riding Skill, but that doesn't really make too much difference. I could go for another point in Weapon Master. That might be kind of useful. Yeah, I think maybe another point in Weapon Master, and then we'll put another point in... probably Iron Flesh, actually. I'm thinking Iron Flesh right now, because Power Strike seems to be pretty decent as it is. And me surviving a little bit longer is probably going to be a good idea, so we'll just do that, even if it is just 2 HP. Eventually, it's going to pay off. As I say, Iron Flesh is usually one of those things that I'd probably recommend taking quite late in the playthrough, but obviously this is my own personal opinion on that. It doesn't have to be something that you follow, of course. Anyway, let's just see here. Yeah, yeah, this is a bit of a problem situation. So what I'd like to do, ideally, is fight this guy. Okay, we can fight both of them. Okay, well, this is going to be a bit problematic. So yeah, 636. Actually, you know, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We've got Lord Roland. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Roland has just become a vassal, and yet he's right there. He's right there with us, and he's prepared to help us out. But do you see Alistair anywhere? No, you don't see Alistair anywhere. Not sure why. I'm going to assume it's because he's been, you know, captured for a second time or something like that. I don't know. But I find that quite funny. Because, you know, Roland's literally just become one and he's already coming to help us. I feel like he has definitely earned, you know, some kind of reward. I don't know, but... Oh, no, don't get killed by that lance. Whoa, that was really close. Okay, yeah, I was actually super close to dying there. That would have been really bad. But thankfully we're okay. And my archers are not really doing a very good job of defeating these knights. But of course they're not... I mean, they're not designed for that, are they? They are really not designed for that. Okay, let's just try. Oh yeah, we took out the enemy lord. That's fantastic. That's going to do a lot of morale damage for the opponent as well. Ah, yeah, these fellows actually have a pretty decent amount of Knights of the Lion in their parties. Yeah, and you can also see the Salian Knights are doing some pretty significant damage as well. I'm actually quite surprised that they're doing so much. Usually I wouldn't have expected that. Okay, we're just going to put the infantry out the front there. And we're just going to move my archers a little bit differently. And then we're going to place the cavalry round about here and just tell them to charge in versus the archers. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath over there if we can actually make that work. So hopefully it is going to work out for us. And here we go. Yes, nice. This is actually perfect timing here. Oh, we got to be careful of that guy. Yep, as you can see, almost murdered me. And hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, not too bad. Can we actually... Yes, we can actually start doing damage against the enemy's archers as well now. Oh no, wait. No. Don't shoot me, sir. Not another one, please. Okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. Ooh, Pendor Black Archer. Those guys are really good. But funnily enough, our Knighthood order is looking absolutely fantastic. So I'm thinking that what we'll probably have to do is, I think I might literally, well, I don't have any money right now, but I would love to be able to train them by doing the instant training. You know what I mean? The instant training. Because as it stands right now, I'm not sure whether they need any more power draw. Do you think they need any more power draw? I'm not entirely sure. Because at the moment they have 7. I think that's, well, that's pretty much more than enough for what they need to be. And especially considering they have such amazing proficiencies, they're going to be able to shoot extremely fast and, well, do everything really quickly and powerfully. The only thing that I would like to train them in, actually, as we get killed, yeah, that was something that I was definitely anticipating, you know, having that happen. But anyway, the point is, one thing that I would really like to have them be increased is their iron flesh. Their iron flesh at the moment is a little bit lackluster because Lethal Durin himself, he only has 4 in iron flesh. So it really makes it would really make a huge difference if we were to get a little bit more in that. I think that would really help them to just survive just that little bit more. I'm hopeful that Sir Jocelyn actually does have a decent amount of iron flesh. I actually don't know how much he has. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually check that out after this. My Pendor Knights are just dying. I don't know why. Isn't that just such a classic? Because these things, right? These things are literally the people that you want to live. You know, you want them to live so that you can take them and level them up into your knighthood order so that you can get more of those wonderful knights. And then all you're seeing them do is get killed. That's such a classic for me. And I think it's actually a classic for everyone that plays Warband. Look at this. There's another one. Look at that. That's actually crazy. I can't believe it. Yeah. So many Pendor Knights have just been eliminated in... Oh, they're not even mine. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, wait. No, they're not even mine. Okay, never mind, yeah. So, it makes no difference whatsoever anyway, but I was actually going to curse my bad luck there because I was thinking to myself, what? How are so many of them being killed? That's terrible. But no, it is someone else's, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And there you go. There's a wonderful victory for us right there. And this is all leading up, okay? This is all leading up to an amazing thing. So what we're going to hopefully be able to do after this, going to take this guy prisoner, and we're just going to not take any of this, thank you. And let's have a look. Do you have anything amazing for me right here? No. They have 1 Biscuit Sergeant, that's basically it. Singalian Temptress is alright as well. Seer Initiate, I love those. Just purely for the fact that they do become Seer favorites in the end, and I still wonder why they're using Dashar units. Actually, no, they're not using Dashar units. They've just taken them prisoner. So I can only assume that they have, I don't know, been at war with the Dashar recently or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Anyway, we can leave this to the rest of our people, and we can we can actually go over to Whitestone Castle now. Hopefully, people are going to leave. Laria now. I'm hopeful that King Ulrich will actually leave Laria. That's going to hopefully be something that will happen in a short amount of time, hopefully. That would be wonderful. And we're just going to improve our gear here. So what do we actually need? I think we need gloves, don't we? Yeah, they also need boots. These guys need boots. So let's actually just do that first. So boots and greaves, let's have them wear, I guess, the heavy iron stuff or whatever, or I don't know. It doesn't really do much. I mean, it just looks okay. You know, it looks all right. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, so yeah, basically the time to upgrade being 1 day. That is literally a setting in the Prophecy of Pendor options through the camp menu. I think someone actually asked that in the comments, so I'm just replying to that through this. Hopefully you see this so that you can actually, you know, figure out where to go. But yeah, it's through the camp menu. It's pretty easy to find, just POP options, and then you go there. Then you can tweak everything to to your own to your own liking. And we're just going to do that. There we go. That's going to cost me 5,400. Yeah, of the money that I don't actually have. Yes, I don't have a lot of money left. That's great, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, apart from that, we'll just go for some gloves. I'm actually thinking, do I want to... I kind of feel like what I would like to do is actually remove their shield and just give them another pair of arrows, or shall we say another quiver of arrows. I think that's probably going to be something that I might try to do in the end, because as it stands right now, it just doesn't make... I'm not sure if it makes much sense for them to only have one quiver, because if they only have one quiver, they're going to run through that very fast. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, maybe it would be a good idea. I don't know, but yeah, we'll just give them these. This is azure and gold. That's not particularly... I feel like that doesn't look particularly good, but I feel like they need I feel like they need better torso armor, if anything. I think that's probably the thing that we'll need to go for. Okay, so view our noble recruits. We've got 29 nobles. I obviously don't have enough money to be able to do this, or at least I don't think I do, at least. We can schedule a training session, but I'm not going to do that right now, and we don't even need to speak to this guy, so we can just move on. Let's go back to Laria and see whether we can actually take that back. King Ulrich is probably going to make his way over to Valeshield, maybe. 200 already? You really put 200? Oh, you absolute scoundrel. He is an absolute scoundrel, isn't he? Alright, yeah, this is going to be a bit painful. Okay, well, we'll just level up these fellows here real fast. Just get these guys like so. There we go. Alright, so we're going to just go straight on in. And hopefully we'll be able to build this before anyone turns up. Alright, so here we go. We built the ladders. I waited for an additional day or so because I just wanted to kind of restore my HP and just hopefully have me be able to survive just that little bit longer. And as you can see, we are now full HP, so this is great. So let me just go like so. Let's just spread out a little bit. Get my infantry out the front there as well, and then we can move our cavalry to the back just in case. Let's spread those guys out a little bit as well, because, you know, you never know. Sometimes they do have ranged solutions, and maybe we'll see some of our... I don't even know. Do we have any biscuit sergeants? I think we do have a couple of them, so maybe we'll see some of those actually doing something. And I'm just going to shoot a couple of people myself. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of kills that way too. Ah, yes. Look at these fellows. They're just standing there waiting to be shot with a wonderful arrow. Yes, that is fantastic. Can we actually get a couple more? I mean, technically, because I'm dealing a lot of damage right now, or I should be dealing quite a lot of damage, their shields shouldn't really hold up too easily. And if any archers show themselves, like for example this guy, he's just going to get absolutely blown away, so that's great. Can we maybe... Yeah, there we go. There's that guy with the two-handed. I wanted to kill that guy, but unfortunately he seems to have just disappeared. He's gone behind enemy lines. We need to be careful about when enemies appear, by the way, so what we want to do is as soon as they've sustained a number of casualties, we then need to basically make the decision to charge. And that should give us the... that should give us a great victory for us, and hopefully make it so that... Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Infantry and cavalry charge. I'm just going to leave the archers back down here. We only have 24 archers, actually, but my allies are, of course, made up of other types of units. Kill that guy. This one. This one. There we go. Yeah, this is where having a really fast weapon would really help me out. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. Am I gonna die? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, all I can do is just kind of just go choppy a little bit here. What am I getting killed by, actually? These guys right here? These guys right behind me? Because they're just militia. I don't know why they would be doing so much damage, but apparently they are. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to jump off here. Nice. There we go. That's exactly what we wanted. And now we can do what we did last time around in the Laria siege and literally just do some amazing, amazing damage here. And hopefully be alright. I still need to check Sir Jocelyn's Iron Flesh as well, by the way. We should probably do that. Should probably have sent him off to do the training already, to be honest. But you can do that anywhere you want. You don't actually have to do it at the castle. So you can just decide whenever you want to do that. Anyway, just kill these. These guys are just not defending themselves. Oh, they've got Morning Stars. Are you serious? They've got Morning Stars. That's hilarious. That's piercing damage, by the way. So they are literally just going to absolutely murder me, no matter what. Okay, we should be... No! Don't get killed, don't get killed. I was going to say we should be okay, but no, we're actually going to die here. Okay, dodge, 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 dodge. Ah, yeah, these mercenary cavalrymen, they actually come with thrown weapons. Wow, okay, that was actually a lot more painful than I anticipated. That was really bad. Okay, maybe... Wait a minute. We've already eliminated 200. They only had 200 in here. Did something get inside? I didn't see any vassal get inside here. So I can only assume that some kind of magic stuff is going on. This has happened multiple times in the past, by the way, where I've gone into a siege and all of a sudden there is an influx of enemy troops. And I'm not sure why that happens. Maybe it's just some warband, you know, warband magic going on in the background or something like that, because that does tend to be a common theme. Sometimes when you do these kinds of sieges, there always seems to be some kind of weird amount of reinforcements coming in when you wouldn't have expected it. Like, for example, in one of the previous episodes, I went into a siege. There was only, I think, 400 or something like that. I can't really remember how many there were. But basically, bottom line, I think that there's a certain number, and I can see that there's a certain number in the garrison, and then all of a sudden they come at us with an additional 100, 150. And you think, what? Where did they get those additional units? You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And this seems to have happened here. Look at this. Wow, they're going well above the 200 that they would have actually been able to field. I can only assume that the garrison has just magically increased in the time it took me to build the ladders. And as I said, to also restore my HP, because of course it did take a little bit longer for me to do that. So I can only assume that that's probably the reason, but it's still an absolutely incredible speed at which they were able to do that. So... they are very much they're grinding my gears right now. They're grinding my gears. Anyway, we are victorious once again, and we were able to actually get 40 kills. Not bad. I mean, we obviously got 150 kills before, so obviously that's a lot better. But I'm actually quite surprised that I did not get the achievement for the 100 kills, because as far as I'm aware, I think there is one for 100 kills, or maybe there's one for 200. I actually don't know. I seem to recall that there was one for 100, but maybe not, because obviously I did get 150. I don't know. I may have to look that up or something and try to verify it or whatever, but I seem to remember that there is an achievement for that, and it does give you some kind of a gameplay benefit to be able to get these achievements. So it would be quite useful if we were able to get one of them, or a couple of them in actual fact. Anyway, 337. Ah, this fellow is in here. Are you serious? I can't believe it. Wow, okay, really can't believe that he was able to sneak in there. What an absolute scoundrel. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so we've got a pretty decent amount of troops available here. I'm going to take all the Pendor troops, because they will be really, really useful for us. And oh wow, we got a Red Cross Knight here as well. I don't think I've ever seen one of those, to be honest. Alright, well, let's get a Rogue Knight here as well. Heavy Bowman, Footman, Light Bowman. Yeah, that's looking real nice. And I still don't have maximum company size either, which is actually quite surprising. Okay, let's just do this, and then we'll just get the militia. Do the militia actually level up into anything? Yeah, they do. There we go. Okay, that's actually great. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be having Laria for myself, as you may expect, of course. And we can manage the town if we want to do that. So as you can see, we can get a prisoner tower. What's this? What is that? I can't see. Hire civic patrols. Yeah, I could also do that. Build a mine. It's going to take 5 days. Are you serious? It's only going to take 5 days? That's hilarious. Okay. Well, yeah, so we've got 13 relation right now, and what I would like to do is I would like to, wait a minute, where's the thing? Where's the thing that tells the guy to go and recruit troops? I'm actually not entirely sure. Oh well, never mind. Okay, maybe we can speak to him in just a moment, and we'll see whether we can actually get that going. But we're just going to go into the tavern real fast. There's Jarvan. Finally, I can sell my prisoners. Ugh, took me a long enough time to do that, right? And we also got Quickfen right here and a bounty hunter. We could potentially, you know, do something about that, but we're just going to do this instead. There's 1,000. Laria now has 14 relation with us, and as you can see right here, if I actually go into the Guildmaster, you can see that what we can do is I would like to exchange diamonds. So you can see here that I can buy a medium pouch of diamonds. Of course, if I had 15 relation, I'm not sure whether you'd see the large option here, because obviously I have 14 at the moment, but it may be, you know, cash restricted, for example. So in other words, I'd need 100,000 or however much it is for me to be able to see the option. I don't know. Maybe they're just going to say, you don't have enough money to do this, and so on and so forth, but I don't actually know. Anyway, we're just going to wait here for some time, and we're just going to try and see whether we can restore ourselves somewhat. I actually would not mind making peace with Sarlian right now. If we could make peace with Sarlian, I feel like that would be extremely, extremely useful. Pendor Nobleman, yeah, that's the same. Okay, I guess I'm just going to schedule a training session here, and we're just going to train him. It's going to take 3 hours only, really? Why was it so fast? Oh yeah, that was the thing that increased our relation with the town. Yes, I remember we did that before, and that increased our relation by a dramatic amount. And as you can see, we have 19 now. So let's actually take a look at the diamonds. Yes, as you can see, large pouch of diamonds, not enough gold it comes back with, and there you go. So we're going to need, obviously, a lot more gold for us to be able to do that. So let's just level up a little bit here. I'm actually not doing too badly in terms of money. I have 1 more week, and then we're going to be having some problems. So we're going to have to see what we can do about that. I might have to go on a bit of a, I don't know, unique spawn kind of trip and see what I can do about it. Or I could just say, hey, goodbye, I'm just gonna ransom you. You know, we could just ransom these guys a little bit here, which is kind of the reason why I took them prisoner, actually. But yeah, anyway, so this guy actually does not want to help me garrison the town for some reason. I'm actually not entirely sure why not. He did have that that function before, but he doesn't this time. So I'm a little bit worried about that, to be honest. Anyway, let's actually have a look. Who's this guy? Oh yeah. Oh, we should probably fight this fellow, to be honest. He has Livius Dux as a prisoner, and oh, okay, it's actually just me and him. All right, fine. We'll do a one-on-one. I feel like we could probably do a one-on-one. We don't have to have the assistance of Mr. Ans. Oh, this is a small battlefield. All right. Yeah, bear in mind I do have battlefields on dynamic, so sometimes battlefields are going to be really, really small, and sometimes they're going to be really large. And it is just decided by the game. It's not me doing that. So, because someone actually asked me why some of my battlefields are so small, and that is indeed the reason. Yeah, so anyway, hopefully we will be fine here, and I won't lose too many really, really good units. I'm just going to try to be as much of a distraction as possible for these archers and or the halberdiers too. As you can see, the halberdiers are dealing massive damage. and we are losing a couple of people here, but that is to be expected, of course. We're not really, you know, we're doing all right, you know, we're doing all right, and all we need to really do is, after this, I'm probably going to try and see, I'm not sure if I can make peace with Salian. Maybe they're going to ask me to make peace or something if they're having problems against the Dashar, for example. I don't actually know whether they are at war with them. Maybe I can check the notes. Maybe the notes are going to tell me whether they're at war or not. Not sure if that's really kept up to date, as it were, or I'm not sure if it really shows that kind of information. I've never really, you know, looked at that to be able to determine it. Or maybe I can actually just look at it from a different perspective. Maybe I can look at it through the reports menu instead. Maybe that's going to make a bit more of a difference. Oh yeah, also the biscuit sergeants actually do not have horses. So I'm thinking that maybe we need to get them horses. Maybe that would be a good idea as well, because they would be absolutely fantastic if they were on a horse as well. They have great horse archery skill after all, so it probably makes sense. Okay, so this guy is Marshal, so we should probably let him go. Yeah, I don't really want to, but yeah, we're going to do it anyway, and we're going to gain some... We're getting some good honor from that. Good honor. And, ooh, nice. Okay, we can actually sell those things for a decent amount. Not going to take anything else. We got an Empire Nobleman right here. Shadow Legion Mariners, actually not bad. And we got some of these guys, not going to take any of those. We can take these to actually sell. And there we have it. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. Alright, so we did get some level ups right here. And, oh, my first Doom Guide. Oh yes, absolutely fantastic. I love the Doom Guides. I think they are so fun. They have really good skills. As you can see, they have basically the same skills as Noldor Rangers. So if you take a look here, they have basically the same proficiencies, and I think the Noldor have slightly, I'm actually not entirely sure, slightly better Iron Flesh. But this is the reason why, no, I think they actually have like almost the same skills, if not the exact same skills. So Doom Guides, this is exactly the reason why if you go into a battle against the Three Seers, which is an offshoot of the Heretics and the Demons and so on, if you go into a battle against them, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems because they have a bunch of Doom Guides with them, and that's the main reason why they are dangerous, because the Doom Guides will absolutely murder everything. They are very strong. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Anyway, unfortunately, Laria, as I say, does not have the ability to recruit anything for some reason. But we are going to take a look at Sir Jocelyn here. He has 7 in Iron Flesh. So I guess the best thing for me to do right now is just to ask him to train our people. And I'm going to do 2 weeks. I'm going to do 2 weeks. I don't think he needs to be away for as long as Lethal Durin, because he's not actually being used to train anything else. He's only being used to train Iron Flesh, and hopefully that's going to be enough time for us to get some things done. And yeah, as you can see, he actually still does not have that thing. Maybe it is only the other guy that actually does the recruiting, the quartermaster. You know, that might very well be the case. Anyway, as you can see, improved roads in Laria have been fully repaired, crop rotation been fully repaired, and we also now have a siege on our hands. I should probably go back there. Yeah, this guy's obviously going to try and be an absolute idiot, isn't he? Look at him. Yeah, so these guys are obviously going to try and do some annoying stuff. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to end this episode off here. I'm going to place all my troops in the garrison. I don't really want to do that because technically, if I'm unlucky, King Ulrich could come along and then just completely barricade, or should we say blockade, the town with a massive amount of troops. And then I wouldn't be able to get inside, and then I'd lose all of my amazing troops that we really don't want to lose. So there is a bit of a risk associated there, but what I do need to do is I need to make sure that we have some security here. So I'm hopeful that what I'll be able to do is go to Whitestag Castle, bring out some troops, put them in Laria, and then we should be okay. Hopefully. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.